Have you ever wanted to break up with social media? Well, we probably all wanted to pause from it here and there. So for the last 3 weeks, social media totally broke up with me. So I'm going to teach you a couple things or some recommendations of how maybe this won't happen to you because you don't want to be a ginger. So social media broke up with me about 3 weeks ago, and it all started with an email at 4 a.m. I get an email and it says, "Is this you trying to sign in from Vietnam? Yes or no?" I click no, and I go back to sleep. Everything's fine. I click no. It's not an issue. The next morning, I check into social media, and it was kind of late that day. It was like 11 o'clock, and I was going to post something because I post pretty much every day, something somewhere on social media. And so at 11 a.m., I check in, and the Facebook gives me like 3 things to look at, and then this pop-up comes up, and it says, "We're sorry, but you can no longer access this account." What just happened? So I then go over to the Instagram, and my Instagram account says the same thing. I can see 2 posts, and then I get this pop-up. So then I go to the team Instagram because I run Give Back Team, and I go to the team Instagram, and the team Instagram doesn't even exist anymore. It's not even there. It's gone. So I'm like, what just happened? So then I go to the team Facebook page because I own and run the Give Back Team Facebook page, and I'm not even an admin anymore. I can't even see it because I can't log into the Facebook. So not only did I break up with the Facebook, or the Facebook broke up with me, but they also broke up with me on Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp. How did that happen? I clicked no. So learn from me. I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to protect yourself, and you don't want to be a ginger. So listen to this. When I got that email, I probably should have gone in and I probably should have changed my password right away because someone was trying to be me. And so by checking no, well, I told them it wasn't me, but they didn't stop there. And if someone's really persistent, they probably won't stop there again. So step number 1 is add a 2-step authentication process to anything you have. Your Instagram, your Facebook, your social media, your email, your whatever. Because you know what would have happened if I had that on there? My cell phone would have given me a code, and I would have needed to give that to whoever it was that was trying to log in so that they would have had it saying that I'm giving them permission or it's me. I didn't have that. So lesson number 1, add a 2-step authentication onto all of your stuff. Lesson number 2, and this one was a very painful one for me. So I started my Instagram and my Facebook accounts a long time ago, before I even moved overseas when my kids were little. And I posted all these pictures and family memories, and people tagged me on stuff. So if I didn't save those photos or those videos, if they weren't from my phone saved to the cloud somewhere, I no longer have them. Because you know what? The Facebook owns everything that you've agreed to put on there, not you. So if your account goes away, so do all of your memories and all of your photos and everything on your timeline. So the painful thing for me is I probably lost a lot of things that I never downloaded because someone posted it on my behalf and tagged me in it. So I lived overseas, my kids drive, my kids driving, my kids walking, my kids swimming, whatever, they're all gone unless I've saved them in the cloud. And then, what's also gone is, how when the memory pops back like 10 years later or 7 years ago on this day, your kid was at their first swim meet? I have no memories because you know what? My account's now brand new. So that's tip number 3. You're actually probably watching this on a brand new Facebook or Instagram account, or maybe on YouTube, who knows? But I'm new. So do you trust me? Do you trust me to be your friend? Will you be my friend? I need some friends because I have none right now because I'm starting my accounts all over. But that's tip number 3. Be really careful about who you friend. So on the Facebook and on the Instagram, you're going to find my personal accounts at The Real Ginger Walker, because I can't be Ginger Walker anymore because someone took that away from me. So I'm no longer Ginger Walker. I am The Real Ginger Walker on Facebook and Instagram. So please be my friend, because guess what? It's actually me. Really me. But be really careful when you're friending people, because who knows, I could have accidentally friended someone that I thought wanted to actually be my friend. Who knows? So when you're looking at someone who's asking to be your friend and you see those mutual connections, put credence in that, but don't just take it at face value there. Actually look at the person. And if you see, those circles of like the face here and the face there and some really very generic posts and maybe just a couple of them, they might not really want to be your friend. They might actually want to be you on your social media and take over. Tip number 4, be very careful if you have your credit card down on any of your social media accounts or any of your accounts for that matter, and check your credit card. But on those accounts, without a doubt, add that 2-step authentication process. And here's why. Big lesson learned for the ginger. So I not only have my personal accounts, but I run my businesses on Facebook and on social media, and I run ads. And when you run ads or you have people running them on your behalf, you usually have a credit card down on file. And I have a business manager, or at least I did. And through the business manager, my Amex card happened to be on it. And so what it ended up happening most likely is that someone got into my personal account, started another business account, and started running ads on my credit card. On my credit card. Do you want to know how much they ran up? They started fishing with small amounts, but after that, they actually went for the big guns and they started going from $250 a clip to then $900 a clip. And well, we're talking about $14,000 basically in Facebook advertising that was run on probably another account, because it wasn't on my Facebook account and it wasn't on my team Facebook account, but on another account. And that actually was something of a violent nature from what I understand, because I got kicked off of Facebook for violating their rules when I didn't do it. Someone did it as the Ginger Walker. So lesson learned, watch your credit cards and watch them carefully, especially if they're linked to anything, or your PayPal account for that matter, whatever you've got that might be linked to any of your accounts. So don't be a ginger. Learn from what happened to me and definitely start with adding that 2-step authentication process. Please download all of your personal pictures and remember that you don't actually own anything on your social media accounts. And if you have a card, a credit card or a financial bank or something attached to your accounts, really watch them. I mean, I watch them, but thank goodness I happened to double check that account. I wasn't even doing it because of this. I was just doing it because of something else that I was looking at. And I happened to see all these pending charges and called Amex right away. And they were like, yep, we're going to stop all of that. But I will warn you that the craziest thing is you can't even contact the Facebook. I have friends that are trying to help me that actually have connections with Facebook and Instagram. And we couldn't even get in touch with someone at the Facebook. Now, probably everyone's working from home also, and that quarantine and, all of this stuff that's going on in the world is probably not helping right now. But it's still really hard to get a hold of someone in Facebook to find out what I did wrong and how to get all of this back. So I violated whatever the rule was or the policy was, and that's what I was told. And even if I sent my ID saying it was me, they still didn't accept it. They said, nope, doesn't matter. You violated the rules, you're off the account. So one other thing that ended up happening is I'm shooting this on a brand new iPhone 11 Pro Max. I got this phone for social media and I can't even use the phone. So what ended up happening was the phone was also attached to the account through the past account that I had. So long story short, I had to wipe everything off of my phone, start my phone all over again, so that way I could start all over again with my social media accounts. So be very careful who you friend, because they may not want to be your friend, and be very mindful of who is in your accounts and why they're there. So lesson learned, don't be a ginger. Watch your social media accounts and please be my friend, because the real Ginger Walker on Facebook and Instagram is the real Ginger Walker, starting all over from scratch. So hopefully I'll be back up on social media after my 3-week break, and hopefully no one else will learn from my mistake the hard way. All right, take care and stay safe and enjoy your social media. Bye, everyone.